Mr. Speaker, January 6th was not a tourist day. It was a horrific attack on the police who protect our country. And I saw with my own eyes the officers with blood on their faces, battered and bruised from fighting off a violent mob. So many of them had to go to the hospital to get stitches, to get medical care. They were severely wounded. And I'll never forget the smell of tear gas or the horror on people's faces as we were rushed out of this chamber. I watched from the Speaker's chair as Republicans cowered and hid for their lives that day, letting the Capitol Police run to the front lines to protect them. And on Monday, Republicans let out the violent political extremists who did all of this. Republicans let them back out on the streets. Trump called them patriots. He called them hostages. There's nothing patriotic about beating police officers with flagpoles, Mr. Speaker. The patriots were the law enforcement officers who protected this institution. There's nothing patriotic about the KKK, the Oath Keepers, or the Proud Boys. Trump pardoned them. There's nothing patriotic about viciously assaulting police officers. There's nothing patriotic about bashing heads and breaking into the Capitol building because of a deranged fantasy that you're going to overthrow the government. There's nothing patriotic about any of that. But Donald Trump doesn't care. He pardoned them because he only cares about him. Mr. Speaker, where is your outrage over any of this? Where is your spine? To be silent after these pardons is terrible, and it speaks for itself. And as for me, I stand with the police officers who were here that day. I stand with the officers who were trying to maintain law and order. I stand with the people who are disgusted that Donald Trump is opening the doors and letting out the criminals who attack them. I don't hear a single Republican brave enough to come to this floor and condemn these pardons. Not a single one. It's cowardice. It's hypocrisy. They are rewarding political violence and setting the stage for much, much worse things to come. You heard from Representative Scanlon. Some of them are bragging about how they're going out to buy more guns. What is that about? Violent, dangerous people who beat cops, who tried to kill members of this body, who tried to kill our staff, they're let back on the streets by Donald Trump.